You suck.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where we talk about things we love like gaming, shows, and anime. So the year is finally coming to an end and I'm looking forward to a fresh new start. Next year should be looking good for some upcoming movies that I'm looking forward to, and I'm sure the games of 2017 should kick ass as well. Let's just hope it's a way better year than 2016. And in honor of 2016 sucking so bad, today I shall present to you all 10 worst Mortal Kombat games. So sit back and let's take a look at the 10 Mortal Kombat games I'm sure the creators wish they never released. Let's begin. Number 10, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Last year, I made a video called 10 Reasons Why Mortal Kombat Armageddon Sucks Ass. That video easily shows you why the game deserves to be on this list, but I'm putting it on number 10 because if you pop the game in right now and try it out, you're definitely gonna have a little bit of fun, especially since it's becoming nostalgic. Now, the game did get some updates for the Nintendo Wii, but the Wii doesn't exactly have the best controls. In fact, the controls for the Wii suck ass, and the only way to make it worth playing is if you buy a GameCube controller or use an arcade controller for the Wii, which isn't cheap, but in the end, all that, is it really worth it? No, not for this game. So to sum it up, this game was supposed to be the final Mortal Kombat game, and they even hyped it up by saying that every character from the series was going to be in it, which was true, but the game did not include all 3 fighting styles, which really sucked for most characters because since every character was given 2 fighting styles and a weapon style, there were characters that had the best fighting style taken away, and even though we were given additional modes like creating your own fighter or create your own fatality, a Mario Kart knockoff, and the Conquest mode that was very similar to Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, the game failed on almost everything it delivered with. I highly recommend those of you to watch the 10 Reasons Why Mortal Kombat Armageddon Sucks Ass video. You'll see what I mean. Number 9, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. At first, Deadly Alliance was a whole new experience, which it did feel amazing. I mean, every character had a whole new upgraded look for most characters, and they did an excellent job on their looks, not SubZero though. And most of the new characters introduced to the series, they also had some pretty bad designs. I mean, most of them weren't even included ever again. They only came back for Armageddon because they said that they were going to include every character from the series. Now, the gameplay at first will seem legit, but the more you compare it with the original classic gameplay, this just doesn't feel fast-paced. It doesn't have stage fatalities. Each character has only one fatality, which most of them sucked ass. In the end, I wouldn't go back to playing this game unless I'm working on a Let's Play drunk as fuck or pretty damn baked. Then I'm sure this game will show me a good time. At least I'll be laughing my ass off instead of being pissed off at seeing Quan Chi stretch his opponent's head like a giraffe as a fatality. Number 8, Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 Collection for the Game Boy. It's great to see when a game comes with more than just one game, but 2 in 1. That's great when you have a Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 in the same game. It's not great when the gameplay is complete shit and is too slow to even hold the same excitement from playing the arcade or console versions. I know you could say, well, what were you expecting when it's a Game Boy they had to work with? It only has 2 buttons, A and B. Select won't be used as an attack button, and start is to pause the game, so of course it wouldn't work out. Well, actually, it could work out. Sega's original controller only had 3 buttons, and they managed to make good fighting games like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter work out. And there even has been a fighting game that was also ported to the original Game Boy, which worked out great in my opinion, and that was Killer Instinct. There's also another Game Boy fighting game that worked out perfectly on the original Game Boy, the King of Fighters 95 and 96. There are great arcade ports released for the Game Boy Pocket, so there was no excuse to why they didn't bother trying. And if you thought that the Super Nintendo version of MK1 was censored, you should check these out. They suck so bad, even LJN Games would say, put some fucking effort into it. Number 7, Mortal Kombat 3 for Game Boy. I want to say they tried, but I can't. There is no effort put into this. I know the creators are capable of making a port with the same gameplay and less memory, so why didn't this work out? And again, just like Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, the game is slow and censored as fuck. It's like they forgot that Mortal Kombat is known for being violent and gory. Maybe the creators were like, well, it's called the Game Boy, so I think only boys will play with it, not teenagers or adults, so let's tone this shit down. Number 6, Mortal Kombat 4 for Game Boy Color. Now, Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 for the Game Boy Pocket was a damn shame. Same goes for MK3 for Game Boy Pocket, but holy crap did things get worse for Mortal Kombat 4. This was released on the Game Boy Color. The Game Boy Color could support more memory than the Game Boy Pocket games, so they had an even bigger chance to make things right, but no. It's actually worse than MK1 and 2 for the Game Boy Pocket and Mortal Kombat 3. The gameplay is almost identical to a Tiger Electronics game. There are no combos, there are barely any playable characters. The only effort I see put into this game is on the backgrounds of the stages. They do resemble the stages from Mortal Kombat 4, but then again, they kind of look like pictures taken from the Game Boy camera, so it looks like shit. Never mind, there was just zero effort put into this piece of shit. Number 5, Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the Tiger Gamecom. I feel so bad for the time and effort that was put into this game. I don't even think anyone tried the final cut of the game. Was there even an early cut of the game? How did this game start off? Also, why call it Mortal Kombat Trilogy and only include just a few amount of characters? Mortal Kombat Trilogy is about including everything from MK1 through 3, well, Ultimate 3. And here we got a game that doesn't even try for shit. It may be nostalgic, but if you look at a turd you took back when you were 13, I don't think the nostalgia feeling will make you feel good in seeing it again. You're just gonna say, hey, will you look at that ugly piece of crap? Number 4, Mortal Kombat SubZero Mythologies. I can admit that I had a few moments where I was enjoying the game, but that was after struggling for countless hours trying to progress through this fuck of a mess. The game had so much potential. It was the last time we got to see digitized actors in a Mortal Kombat game, and they did not go out with a bang but a splat. SubZero dies from just about anything. You jump from about 10 feet high and the motherfucker croaks. You fall on water and he instantly drowns. I'm sorry, I thought I was playing as a Lin Kuei assassin SubZero, not fucking Sam from Lord of the Rings. The music in the game is good, it's the right tone, but there are just too many annoying problems with this game that it just has to be included in the top 10 worst Mortal Kombat games. I had a good time fighting the Water God, but other than that, it pissed me off. The game had me so fucking frustrated most of the time, and I know for a fact that I'm not the only one who feels the same way about this game. Number 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 for iOS. I was surprised when I first saw that Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was ported to iOS with its own 3D graphics instead of being a port of the original arcade version, or any other version that was released. It was intriguing to me. I love Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and seeing that this is a whole new version with 3D characters, I gotta try it out. But guess what? They fucked it up. This game looks like an indie game. It does not at all look like they tried on anything. Mortal Kombat 4 was the first Mortal Kombat game to have 3D characters instead of 2D digitized actors, and that game was made in 1997. This game was made in 2010. Why are the graphics better on Mortal Kombat 4? I get that if they tried to make it look like the Mortal Kombat 4 3D character graphics, but they didn't even try here. Again, this whole list is of games that they didn't try for shit. This looks like a Newgrounds Flash game. It doesn't even try. The fatalities have no effort put into them. The controls, well, it's a touchscreen, no buttons, which means you gotta cover the screen with your thumbs. Playing fighting games on a touchscreen is nearly impossible to get good with. So that alone was going to be a problem, for me at least. But no matter how much I tried to like this game, it disappointed with everything I was looking forward to. I wanted to see some cool 3D versions of the fatalities from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, but they look like shit. I wanted to see my favorite stage fatalities, which is from the Bell Tower, and you get this. What a fucking disgrace. Number 2, Mortal Kombat Advance. Mortal Kombat Advance is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 for the Game Boy Advance. Nintendo just gave it the Advance title, kind of like how they did with Nintendo 64 games having 64 on most of the titles. But anyways, the Game Boy Advance is like 10 times better than the Game Boy Color. It supports more memory and it is capable of much better quality and performance. Look at how beautiful these games look. The Game Boy Advance has both 2D and 3D games. It's definitely capable of making their next portable Mortal Kombat game finally look great, right? So why the fuck does this game look like it couldn't even get digitized actor sprites right? The gameplay isn't the same. It doesn't feel like you're playing Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. The attack detection feels completely off. Same goes for the sound. Where the fuck are the sound effects? The background music loops too soon, and the fatalities are complete shit. And even some of the characters like Rain have a different fatality, which new fatalities are something that can be a good thing, but then they are ruined by having no sound effects and they all have the same death animation. It does actually do better at showing about the right amount of limbs falling apart, unlike the original style, which has like 5 rib cages pop out and 12 legs, but again, it's the same death animation. And just like every previous MK portable game, it followed that same road to unsuccess. Number 1. Mortal Kombat Special Forces. This is the Cleveland show. This game is not worth the time you'll be putting on getting the game out, inserting it into the console, waiting through the load up screens. You'll definitely instantly hate yourself for even thinking about giving this game a chance. It's gonna ruin your day. You're gonna look back at your PlayStation 1 and be like, what the hell, man? Why'd you read this shit? My Mortal Kombat Trilogy game doesn't have a fucking scratch, and you barely read that game. Oh, but this game, you sure got it nice and ready for me to play it, didn't you? You're gonna blame people for your mistakes and you won't even admit to being wrong just because you are so pissed off about playing Mortal Kombat Special Forces. I won't even explain the gameplay. I won't explain shit about this game because it doesn't deserve to be heard. It's got terrible gameplay, terrible story, terrible sound. It's by far the worst Mortal Kombat game of all time. It sucks to see that the creators of Mortal Kombat fucked up every now and then, but they did learn from their mistakes and try to make their games better. It may look like all hope was lost, but they got better. Oh, they got much better when it came to releasing ported versions, and you'll see them on the top 10 best Mortal Kombat games video. And with that said, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, please leave a like, share with others, and subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget to click on the little bell icon next to the subscribe button to notify you of every new video that gets uploaded to the channel. And if you'd like to support me on Patreon, check out the link on the description. Anyways, I'll see you all tomorrow, and remember to have an awesome day.